let me ask you another question, because I don't think this interview be complete if I didn't ask you this. What is a situation? Because I hear, you read so much, you hear so much, and I think here's a good place, that we've heard from everybody else, to hear it from you, from the horse's mouth, what is your relationship with Paige?
I think by now everybody knows that we're not together. We decided to end our relationship because she's in Orlando, I'm in San Antonio, and now she's back on the road, and the schedule over there is nonstop, and my schedule is nonstop with my pro wrestling shows, my projects and stuff with Telemundo, Mexico, TV Azteca, calendar, clothing line, charity events, and all that stuff. So we were not seeing each other, and because she was training and getting ready to go back, they were not letting her come to San Antonio. I couldn't go to Orlando because I have 3 little kids, and I was coming home 2 or 3 days, and I had to choose between going to Orlando or staying with my kids. So of course I decided to stay with my kids. We decided to end our relationship, and I know people just found out, or they're just finding out right now, and the ones finding out, it was just days or a few weeks ago, because we ended up the relationship. Weeks ago. But we both agreed not to say absolutely anything because we got tired of having media, people, everyone having an opinion about us, including family having an opinion about our relationship and what we do or what we used to do. So we decided not to say anything. And actually, when we were in Canada doing Impact tapings, I talked to Paige and I said, listen, I think it's about time for us to say something because, people, they're starting to realize that we're not together, especially because I'm always working and with my kids somewhere else, and you're always hanging out with your friends. And
plus another thing, Pepe, in Mexico, there's a famous saying that el que calla se otorga, which basically means if you're silent, you must be guilty. So it's almost like you had to say something, because everybody's heard from everybody except you.
Yeah. So after asking her if we should say something and having Paige say, no, I don't want to. You and I had an agreement. So you want to say something, I want. And I said, well, okay, I'm going to respect our agreement and I'm not going to say anything. But then apparently a friend accidentally posted a video or put a video out there for a couple seconds and deleted it. But in the internet, once you put something in the internet, it's there forever. So people started coming to me and I was like, seriously? So I called Paige and I said, come on, what's going on? And she was like, it was an accident. It was my friend. And I said, yeah, but Ray, it's always your friends. It's always your family. It's always your brother. It's always someone from your side. And it's just not fair. I said, you and I had an agreement. And even though it wasn't you breaking it, it was someone from your side. And I'm just tired of being affected by your side of people or your people, But yeah, that's the reality of things. We ended up in good terms. She wants the best for me. I want the best for her. I know she's going to be the most successful diva in history. She has all the talents and we had an amazing relationship. And I just want to say this: the haters, they never broke us. We decided to do this because it's the best for our careers and my kids.
Let me ask you a question, because I remember when I asked you this and you were like, well, I didn't even know it was going to happen. But how about the time that she proposed to you in Puerto Rico?
I never saw that coming. The best part was because I turned around and I was like, what the F? And I was like, we were having a fantastic time because it was when it was just us, there was no one involved. Yeah, my family, but my family was always taking care of us, but none of her side was there. So we were having a great time. So turn around, saw her on one knee, proposing. And I was like, oh my God! And then I
and the whole crowd is going, see. How do you know?
All the people were saying see, and including my brother. My brother had the Mexican flag, and he was pounding on the canvas, and he was like, see, and I'm like, seriously, bro? and now, of course, I accepted because, I mean, we were in love. We were like, it was real. He was always taking care of each other, but, it's just, I don't know why the people decided to just mess with us, and they never let us be.
You know what I think, I think one of the reasons people started to get involved is because there was an incident in Vegas where I think she might have gotten arrested. There was another one in Orlando where she had thrown a drink in your face and you were trying to get her arrested. Another one where she punched you in the face. So all these little things, I think, is when people were like, okay, something there is going on, but we don't know whose fault it is or what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just, it was just the internet. I need to tell you this. We are passionate in everything we do. We have strong tempers, and she's just like me when it comes to like being hot-headed and acting or reacting in a different way when she's mad, just like me. But we were always taking care of each other, and we need to. I never talked about any of this before, but I'm gonna tell you why. Number one, because I was protecting my wife. I was protecting the woman that was going to be my wife. She works in a company, and we all know that she works for a company with zero tolerance. That company fires you for whatever reason. Sometimes they don't even need a reason to fire you. And of course, people were talking, just assuming things, but based on assumptions, and that included her family, or in this case, her brother. And also because when that crap in Orlando, which is completely fake because nothing happened, I never heard her, she never heard me. It was just internet BS, and people believe in it, and the reason why when the Orlando incident that affected my life so much happened, I didn't say anything. Number one, because I was already suspended. The company and their zero tolerance thing, and me thinking, oh, they're going to fire her. I mean, and as you know, unfortunately, for female wrestlers, it's impossible to exist, or nearly impossible to exist out of WWE. Me, I prove everyone that WWE doesn't need me, and I don't need them. I'm making a fantastic living, pretty much making the same amount of money than the money I was doing when I was there, but it's not the same for girls. And when that stuff happened, and the brother went crazy and started saying stuff, Paige said to me, baby, like just you know what? I'm gonna say something about what happened in Orlando. And I said, baby, don't say anything, because just wait. I'm already suspended. I'll fix it once we get the police reports, the state attorney reports. Everybody will know the truth. Everybody will know that what you're saying, your brother, is completely wrong, and that never, ever happened. And I'll be fine. I'll be fine. So don't worry.
And let me tell you something. I just want to say this, because I've known you, like you said, since you were a little boy. You never had any scandals, any problems in Mexico. You never had anything that I'd ever heard of. But I'll tell you something that I lived in also. If you remember back in the 90s, they had La Reina de la Lucha Libre, right? And so this is like disco. What they would do is they would have this girl. She was called the Queen of Wrestling, and she would usually show up for photo ops, or if there was a championship match, she'd pose. And so I was going out with one of these girls, and she would always tell people that I was beating her up. And when I would hear that you were beating up Soraya, I was thinking to myself, okay, just think about it. She's like very, very fair skinned. Okay. And if you were to hit her, you'd fracture her, you'd bruise her very easily. You know what I'm saying? It's very easy, like for the guy a lot of times to get the heat in that situation, because I kind of went through that. But I just thought to myself, well, if he hit her, where's the marks? Why didn't he fracture anything? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's just, it was just people, these days people talk because they can.
Right.
And when it comes to this, the thing that made this something, a scandal, was the brother. And the whole family, they're always in the internet, reading what the internet is saying, believing what the internet is saying. And when that happened, the brother decided to go and say something, but not because he was really caring or about it or protecting, because he knew the real situation, the reality of things. He just did it as for a personal reason, a personal vengeance that he had against me. This is the same brother, because he said he did it because he cared about his sister, but he never called her before or after Saraya or Paige had surgery. It was me, the one in the hospital, the only one. No family member, no nothing. It was Alberto there day and night, not just being with her, holding her hand before and after surgery. The same brother that never called her after those videos, he never called her when he knew she was devastated. It was me, the one there. And we're talking about the same brother that just few weeks before the whole drama in Orlando was screaming to the world, "Oh, Alberto is the best man. He's my brother-in-law. He's the one, and there's no one better than Alberto." And of course, this was when I was doing those shows for them and for the family completely for free. And
it's Husey. Hello.
And or when WWE, they called me and they said, not me. They said WWE was ruining their trying to ruin their anniversary, like going to Norwich and running a show the week before theirs. So and the dad was devastated. The dad was crying, really depressed. And I said, you know what? You guys are my family now. I'm gonna fix it, and I did. I called my great friend, my good friend Rey Mysterio, and I got Rey Mysterio for free for the same show, to work with me in the same show, and we saved the show, we saved the night, we packed the place. And I gotta say something, because I have a lot of respect for the dad, for Rick Knight. He was giving us some money, but I mean not close to what we normally make, not even close, but because the man is an honorable man and he was doing it from the heart, it was like he was giving us $1 million. And with all honesty, I miss the dad. He was always a cool guy.